Hello everyone. Welcome to another session of Insights with Harriet. So today we're going to talk about household enemies. You know, household enemies are those people around you, the people you'd never even imagine that do not wish you well sometimes. You know, they exist, guys. So these are people who are close to you. It even could be your partner, your husband or wife. It could be your parents. It could be your siblings. It could be your colleagues. It could be your house help, your housekeepers. It could be your relatives. It could be your in-laws. Any of these people can be your household enemy. And it's not that everywhere you go to, just go, making enmity. But sometimes when people see that the star in your life is bright, some people are not so happy about it. And there are many ways that this household wickedness comes to be. It comes into existence through envy. When someone is envious of you, it comes through jealousy. It comes through vengeance. Maybe something happened and this person said, I must revenge. So that vengeance can also lead to someone being a household enemy, or just sheer wickedness. Some people are just wicked because they just want to affect everyone and everything around them, just to see, they thrive when they see you suffer. So remember, I've mentioned there are 4 ways that your household enemies will attack you. They'll attack you through envy, through jealousy, through vengeance, and through sheer wickedness. And a household enemy is not that person who will go to who uses witchcraft or goes to the witches. A household enemy is even an enemy just through the words they speak about you, through the thoughts they think about you, that negativity. And the worst thing is that it's very difficult to suspect these people because they're just around you, they're within you, they're next to you. So they will secretly fight you and secretly, wish ill for you. And the worst thing is that most of the time you trust them with your life. You tell them your secrets, you tell them your plans, you tell them your visions. That's the worst thing. So sometimes the things you say to these people unknowingly, because you don't suspect them, these are the things working against you. Even the Bible talks about these household enemies. So it's good to know who the household enemies are. The Bible knows, God knew that such people would exist in your life. So he made sure that you know about them. So in Matthew 10:36, the Bible says, your enemies will be right in your own household. So sometimes the things you go through, sometimes it's right within your household. It could be your colleagues, could be your brother or sister, could be your own parents. Your own parent will not wish you well sometimes, so that you don't pass them, so that you don't pass them. So they always don't want you to supersede them. So they'll always not want any child to grow, to pass the level they pass. And they're also so that they don't look like failures. They just want to be worshipped. So your own parent, unfortunately, can sometimes be your household enemy. Your colleagues where you work, this colleague is jealous of you, sometimes seeing that the bosses are always, praising you, always liking your work, always liking the things that you do. Some of these things can really cause a colleague, or your colleagues not to like you and now start wishing bad things for you. So automatically they become your household enemies. Also relatives can also become your household enemies, picking this family, not liking this family and liking the others for one reason or another. Also, your own friends can become your household enemies, guys. Your own friends, you can be friends for 30, 40 years, but there's always that one thing that they hope that you'll never surpass them. You'll never go ahead of them. So secretly they don't wish success on you. But with time, you will know who really, really wishes you well. And let me tell you the characteristics of these household enemies. These are people who know your dreams, your visions, your secrets, and they know when you're thriving, they know when you're down, they know when things are working for you and when things are not working for you. They secretly are there with you, you thinking that they're rooting for you, they're in your corner, but in the real sense, deep down, when you're down, they really wish that you could get down. And most of the time, they just don't want you to get up so that you just don't pass them. That is the envy I'm talking about, Then they speak against your life through their words. Someone even something as simple as you go ask someone a question like, how do you start this form of business? The person automatically, just because you're going to go ahead of them, they'll say that business is bad, and will give you all the wrong things of why that business, or will discourage you completely. It's not that the business is bad, it's just because of the thought of you going ahead of them because you had a plan that they do not have. uh, you know, they will have a problem. And look at it later. You came with a business idea, or whatever project you had, and they discourage you. Look down the line, you'll find that they did the same thing you suggested to them. So they even used the idea to start that business. That tells you they just didn't want you to go ahead. So it is very important to know your household enemies. And normally it's very, very difficult to fight these household enemies because, first of all, even uh, knowing them is not easy. You cannot know everybody surrounding you if this person is rooting for you or not rooting for you. It is very difficult to know most of the time. So in Micah 7:5-8, it also talks about the household enemies. Don't trust anyone, not your best friend or even your wife. For the son despises his father, the daughter defies his mother, the daughter-in-law defies her mother-in-law. Your enemies are right in your own household. So guys, this is what I'm talking about. Some of the things you go through, some of the things, because sometimes you are too open, you share all your stories, you share everything in your life, all your plans, all your visions. Sometimes your enemies are right in your own household. And household does not mean your house. Household means people close to you. I said it could be your colleagues, could be your friends, could be your relatives, could be even your own house help, could be your in-laws. It could be anybody. That's why you always have to pray to God to give you a spirit of discernment so that you can know who you can share your plans and your visions with, who you can seek you can seek advice from. It could be anybody, because sometimes as we always say, the devil uses a body to attack you. So sometimes even this person is not willing to be bad to you, but not bad really, but not to wish you well or not to see you progress, but because of they're weak and the enemy gets into them and hence they attack you. These are the things that happen. Ask God to expose any household enemies that are surrounding you so that you can also, move with your life freely, so that you can know who is rooting for you, who is not rooting for you, who do you go to for advice. Ask God for a spirit of discernment, number one. Ask God to expose these enemies, because some of this it is very important, because these people will even they always look at your life behind the scenes. There's a spirit of jealousy within them, spirit of competition, spirit of envy within them, just so that you cannot go ahead. So it is very important to know who you are surrounded with. It's important to know who your friends are, who your relatives are. Know the spirit behind them. And just before you open your mouth, because there are people whose plans and visions do not succeed, but because you just share one thing and you just share it, and this person, not that they will go to a witch doctor, to a shrine to shut you down. No, what they will do is by their own words. Their own words. That one will never succeed. That one should never succeed. How is this person going ahead before me? Just such negative words can lead to you not going ahead with the plans and visions that you had. So be very, very, very careful of the people around you, because you don't want anyone caging your destiny. You don't want anyone talking against you with the secrets you told them. You don't want anyone who knows your strengths and weaknesses to go ahead, to oppress you, because out of the abundance of the heart speaketh the mouth. Sometimes they will not even tell you, but what they think inside, or what they say in the secret place or behind your back, is something totally different from what you always see when they're with you. So today I just wanted to share about household enemies. Be very careful what you share. Don't be too trusting sometimes. Sometimes just talk to God. And if you need to talk to man, because also God, you cannot, a human being cannot be an island. You can't be by yourself. So just pray for the spirit of discernment, so that God can show you who is in your corner and who is not in your corner, so that you can know when to speak and when not to speak, because also you don't want to be enemies with everybody. But just be cautious, guys. It's very important. These household enemies sometimes at the cause of your demise. Not demise as in death, but of your problems. These household enemies sometimes are the cause of your problems. I always tell people, be very careful what you eat, who you eat with. Someone will come and give you something. Oh, my friend, take this and eat. You don't know what has been the incantations that have been happening in that food, these gifts that you're given sometimes by your friends, that could just be the contact point to oppress you, because this person is harboring something against you. So all I'm saying is that don't live like an island, not trusting everybody, but be very careful of the people you invite into your lives. Your household enemy could as well be your closest friend, could as well be your husband or your wife or your sister or your brother or your parents or your colleagues or your bosses, could be anybody. So just be careful. And at the end of the day, the Bible says that curses he who puts his trust in another man. Put your trust in God. And with God, when you're in God, he said in Ephesians 1:3-4, that he already blessed you with spiritual things in heavenly places. So all those things that you want, all those things that you've been asking for, God already blessed you with spiritual things in heavenly places. So they're already there. Just seek God's heart, just seek him to give you your blessings. Where you need advice, of course you need to talk to people of authority. Just pray for spiritual discernment and ask God to guide you on whom to talk to, whom to relate with, whom to date, whom to marry, who to be your best friend, who to be your closest friend, so that you cannot live a life of failure or being caged by just the people who are around you. So this is the message I had for today. As always, thank you everyone for always listening to this teaching. Please, I'm begging everybody, hit the notification bell on so that whenever I post something, you get to know. Because sometimes many people are telling me that they're listening to my teachings, but sometimes I'm never sure if I posted something else. So please hit the notification bell so that whenever I post something, you already get the notification and you can easily watch. So that is my plea for today, so that you can listen to these teachings and you grow and we grow, I grow, we all grow for the glory of God. So this is what I had today, guys. As always, I love you guys and see you on the next one.